Hey guys, it is me, Gunpla Ray 2.0, and I've been meaning to get around to doing a model kit review past couple days, and today I just painted up this kit. This is the 1/35th scale Alexander Type 02 Ayano custom from code Geass, Articulation Exiled. Now, like I said, I did paint this up. I painted all the blue parts instead of using the stickers, and then I just went over it with some Krylon matte finish, along with all the majority of the extra parts. And then there was a couple accessories, couple of bladed accessories where I painted the blades with some aluminum spray paint. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. Now for all the blue that you see there, I just used some of this. This is Tamiya Acrylic XF8 flat blue, and that's what I used instead of these stickers, because those stickers looked horrible. The only ones that I used were for the eyes and for that faceplate, and I also used a couple of the marking stickers for on the cockpit. Used the ones for both sides, and that was pretty much it. All the other stickers, I discarded them. I got rid of them. But yeah, let's talk about the articulation on this kit. Now, this is in 1/35th scale, but the build is essentially that of a high-grade Gundam kit. So the articulation will pretty much be like that of a high-grade. The head can move all the way around and can move up pretty far due to the transformation that this kit has. This and all the other versions of the Alexander model kits, as well as the robot Damashi, all can transform by parts forming into the inset mode, which, to be honest, I do not want to show that off in this review. I attempted it last night and it was just a cluster fudge. Just a cluster fudge of parts falling off and everything. I will talk about my main dislike for this kit while I'm talking about the articulation. So back to that. The head can look about that down. The faceplate can move up and down. That's also for the transformation. Arms can move out like that. Shoulders, the only part on the shoulder that can move is this little flap. Arm can go up to about that much. That much of a bend there. You can turn that like that. There's no swivel there. Hand can only turn because it is just a peg that connects into just a little hole in the arm, and there is no poly cap, so it can get loose at times. This cockpit can move, and you can take that off, and you do get a little pilot figure thing for Ayano. But that can move and slide off like that. That is meant to be in that position. Torso to move around like that. There is some bit of movement in there. It is pretty tight, and that is for the transformation. There is the whole neck joint in the upper part can come out, and that's also for the transformation. But I don't want to mess with the transformation, like I said. And the legs, these little side skirt things can move. These can sort of move. Leg can go up to about that much. Bend there. And this is my main complaint with this kit, is that this knee joint, one half of it is a rubbery poly cap. So it does make this joint, in my opinion, really weak. And I have had this thing topple over because this cockpit can be a bit heavy. I mean, it's a huge looking cockpit on a small frame. This mech has a very small, very nimble frame and such a huge cockpit for such a small frame. Now in the feet, that can move around like that. The ankle armor can barely move. There is a bit of a toe bend. And these parts, these wheels, the wheels can turn a bit, but they don't really turn well on that. And this leg, yay. But these can also move up, but due to it being a bit back heavy, it is highly recommended to have those out for support. And that is the articulation. Now, because I don't want to make this review super long, I'm just going to briefly show off the accessories. And what you get is you get you're supposed to have a pair of holding hands, but I seem to have lost one. Well, that's the one for this arm. You do get these hands, and these are for the transformation. You get this this hand, which has a little slot in there for the sword to paint into, and that's specifically for this arm. You do not get one for the right arm. It's for the left arm. You also get this thing, which I don't have any clue what it is, but that can paint into the other side of the arm like that. Take that hand out. You do get two gun holding hands, and you have two of the guns. And that can swap in to the hand like that. You also have for the hands that have these blades, and these blades I painted aluminum. And you get the dynamic open hands. The other accessories include the parts needed for the transformation. the light extenders, the cockpit area extension. You also get these little hands that can hold the guns. And this part seems to be really loose. But all you do is you just take off these side parts from the cockpit and just attach them into there like so. So you just take that off. You just plug it in right there. And lastly, you get an unpainted little figurine of Ayano herself, which I do plan on attempting to paint this. I've never painted anything this small, so it'll be some practice. But yeah, I do recommend gluing the arms, because the arms on this little thing are separate and they do like to fall out. Same with the seated pilot figure in the cockpit. And that's what I did, is I used some extra thin cement, liquid cement, and just painted that. Yeah, and that is everything that this kit comes with. And I will just attempt to pose this in a action pose and close off this video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I highly recommend this kit. It was a really fun build, and I really enjoyed painting it. Although I did get some tiny bits of paint in areas where there shouldn't be blue, and I'm not too worried about that. I really like the design, and I do plan on getting the Layla version and Akito's custom unit, which I did have the Robot Damacy version of Akito's Alexander, but I got rid of that because I didn't really like it. I'd rather had the model kit, which I would have actually gotten that kit from Mecha Guy Kotsu himself, but I think he totally forgot that he offered it to me. And I'm not too worried about it. I'll get that kit someday. Probably not this year, but sometime next year. And I will review it when I do get it. So yeah, I hope you guys, like I said before, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next review, which will be another non-Gundam model kit. So yeah, this is Gunpla Ray 2.0 signing out.